The teachers I had were fine, so they were. Most people were just friends. I enjoyed it, so I did. This primary school was a feeder school. But for me, I wasn't really sure, so I sort of looked at the City of Armagh High School, and then there was a school in Warren Point, which had a special unit in it where you would have physios and stuff. But just wanted to stay in, the mainstream normal school. Well, I actually did quite well in my GCSEs. People that were telling me what I should do next, they were sort of saying, the tech is realistically the only option. They didn't think that was acceptable, that one choice isn't really, what it should be. I sort of came up with the idea that I should maybe go to a grammar school and do my A-levels that way. The only reason I automatically didn't think to go to the grammar school, there was stairs everywhere. I always remember being told accessibility would be a major issue, and that the school actually said they couldn't make it accessible until somebody actually went to the school that needed accessibility things.
So why'd you do it?
Somebody had to. I knew what I was facing. I went on the first day and stuff. I couldn't get to anything. Couldn't get to most of the classrooms and stuff. There was some I could get to, that over the summer they had managed to get one or two ramps, the lips of doors sorted, that I could at least get over them. But a lot of them, they were upstairs, steps, needed ramps, lifts, different things. We were sort of trying to find out when would it be finished that they would have a lift and different things. And they said, maybe before Christmas. So Christmas came, none of the work was completed other than a wee bit of fixing up that I could get up to the library. And you came to April time, still nothing. Did my AS levels, got 2 Bs. End of the year, still nothing. Came to July time and my mum, she starting to wonder, right, are they actually going to do anything? Because it's starting to look a bit like, if they don't do it soon, there's no point. The school had said that they sort of wasn't budging. I had sort of thought was that they were holding out till I would be finished, that they wouldn't have to give the money to actually complete the adjustments. She contacted a few MLAs and started trying to basically rock a bit of a boat. Used the Children's Law Centre to try and, which eventually got them to go ahead and start. So in August time they started, and they said, it would be finished in a month and a half. I went to school for the month and a half of this A-level year, and was still only in the same rooms that I was last year. Eventually then, in about October time after Halloween, they had finished it. They had lifts, ramps, loads of different things and stuff, which made it a lot more manageable. I went to the proper geography class. I could get to the HE class a lot easier. The library was made properly accessible and stuff. Then I started discovering a bit of places where they hadn't fully done it properly. One of the lifts, which was the outside lift, the school decided, and the EA, that they wouldn't put a roof on the lift. So it was like an outdoor lift with no roof. So I could get up, but you get soaked. You needed a key to open it. Every time I needed to use the lift, I had to contact the caretaker. I just didn't use it. One of the other lifts in the main part of the building, I actually very rarely used it because they were always out of order, out of order, out of order. I wouldn't say it's the school's fault. It's the education authority's fault. I had sort of gotten sick and tired because a lot of the teachers wouldn't change the way they would do stuff to suit me. I didn't like her because she centred me out in a bad way. She actually made things more difficult. I would be sitting in the class and I get shouted at and told off because I wasn't writing stuff. And to me, I had sort of done what I had needed to do. And I got shouted at because I wasn't concentrating. I sort of was getting a bit sick and tired. But I sort of held off on saying anything because of the fact I was done in 2 months. The year head, who was actually very, very helpful, he actually suggested that I want to drop a subject, which was the teacher I didn't like. I sort of at the start, I was going to say no because I'm not the person that gives up. But eventually I sort of came around and decided, yeah, I'm going to drop the subject. That meant that I could drop a day of school. I passed both of my subjects. One I got a B and one I got a C. I could have got better. I just found it a bit hard, I suppose.